What's up, Adrian? Today's Q&A number 119. First of all, hope everything is well, my friends. With me, everything is great. A lot of amazing questions this week, and I will try to answer all of them. If in the end you want to leave a like, thank you so much for that. It's the best way to show support. Now, a couple of things. Recently, I've been quite busy, and I guess you guys can notice that I've been not putting a Q&A every week like I did in the past. I've been putting a Q&A every 2 weeks. And in January, I may even change this to a Q&A per month. Why is that, Andre? Well, in reality, there is a lot of things going on in my life right now. Nothing bad to be totally open, but my wife is very pregnant, and that puts me in a lot of stress, in a lot of work that I normally had not to deal with. So for now, it is what it is, my friends. I hope you guys understand that. Of course, you guys can leave the Patreon every time you want, but I thought being open was very important. Of course, I still feel the Q&A also, but I feel the Patreon community have a lot of value. Even if I put 1 or 2 Q&As per month, I think there will be great information here. And of course, I will also add a couple of extra audios. And again, we have more than 100 audios, 100 Q&A. So I think there is already a lot of value on the Patreon, but I will keep building, but in a slower pace. So being open with you guys, hope that's okay. If not, I also understand. Now, short disclaimer and important one, no financial advice, always do your own research. English is not my main language. Any types or mispronunciations, I'm sorry for that. Let's start with the question number 1. Question number 1 goes this way. Apologize if you have answered this in the past, but recently some content creators have been debating rookie cards versus cool insert/rare cards. What is your take on this? Random example, maybe you have a better one. For the same price, would you rather have a Lewandowski rookie sticker PSA 9 or a PSA 9 2017 Topps Chrome orange refractor of Lewandowski? Thanks, Andrea. Well, thank you so much for the question, my friend. I think is an amazing topic to debate. I don't think I ever answered this one. Of course, I already talked about Topps Chrome multiple times, and inserts versus rare cards is a topic that tends to appear in this community. But this question in particular, I think, is an amazing one. So, like I said, great topic. I know this will be a boring answer, and it is what it is, my friend, but every case will be a case, okay? So, I will go into the Lewandowski example, but in general, every case will be a case. Your example is actually very specific because Chrome 17 defies a lot of normal rules. Why? It's a historical set in modern, or at least a potential historical set in modern. To have a clear answer on this, we have to see how common the ex-player rookie market is. But there is other factors/fundamentals. For Lewandowski, for example, there is a lot of rumors about fakes in his rookie market. That alone may push people to Trouble, Prism, Chrome, or other sets like, again, Flawless, Eminence, whatever Lewandowski have out there. And I'm putting a print screen for you. You can see those are actually the recent sales for Lewandowski when you go to sales history in PWCC. And if you take a look, I think this print screen tells you a lot about the Lewandowski market. You can see that the card out of 5, the Stadium Club, is only $91 and is actually Pop 1. But then you take a look at the Kaboom, and Kaboom as an insert have, I would not say strong history, but there is a good amount of collectors that tend to like this type of insert. And you see, it's quite more than the Stadium Club, because even if the rarity is stronger for the Stadium Club, in terms of fundamentals, I guess we can agree the Kaboom card is a much better card. But now take a look at the other two. We have the rookie sticker. By the way, there is 2 rookie stickers for Lewandowski. This is actually the most common, but let's go with this one for now. This is a PSA 8, decent grade, 338 USD. Then we have Panini Travel, that in my perspective, I know the question was about Topps Chrome, but in my perspective, Panini Travel is also one of the best options for Lewandowski. I think that card is stunning. I have both. I have the gold Chrome and the gold Travel, and again, this is my perspective alone. I think the Travel is in terms of eye appealing, is much more beautiful. But again, eye appealing, the fundamental I care the least, even though it's still important. But if you look at this, you can see that why is the treble $500 and the out of 5, or even the Kaboom that is also quite rare, half of that. For example, for the Kaboom, this one is like what, 20%. Why is that? Well, again, when we analyze the market, we have, first of all, yes, the greatness of the player is very important. A player like Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, they will also defy a lot of rules. But Lewandowski, yes, is a legend, is not a top 10 player, is not a top 20 player. And for me, it's very important to focus on key cards. And key cards, yes, can be rookies, but also can be sets with historical relevance, or at least, again, potential historical relevance. Because saying historic in modern sounds a bit weird, but we are almost prospecting the set to be great in the future. So guys, quick pause on this one, but trust me, it's an important message. Recently, I became affiliated with PWCC, and I believe they are the best in the business. If you like to buy pre-modern and modern and even vintage, they are probably the best place you can find for the soccer card market. If you want to support the channel and you don't need to pay me anything, just click on the links I will leave below the video for PWCC, or you can even scan the QR code you are seeing on the screen. Apart from that, I will try to keep all the links updated. Instead of just sending you to PWCC Direct, I will try from time to time to send you to a deal that I find quite amazing there. That said, let's continue with this video, and I hope you have fun. These last sales on PWCC show very well what I'm talking about. The treble, since the set is a very special one, some people will disagree, but prices are showing that, sells for quite more than the other examples. But the rookie sticker also sells for more than the others. Why fundamentals? Because if you look at all of those 4 cards, I actually agree the best card is the treble, but I also think the second one is the rookie sticker. Andre, how do you come to that conclusion? Well, first of all, it's something that I cannot even explain that well anymore, because I've been in this market for 3-4 years, so is the knowledge you accumulate, the cards you know, okay, this set is important, this is not that important. This year was a year where there was not a lot of parallels, so there is so many factors that you have to have in consideration, but I will still try to share my point of view. But the rookie sticker also sells for more than the others. Why fundamentals? The card with strongest fundamentals is by far the treble, and the second is the rookie sticker. Like I said, this is just my perspective. Some people may think the rookie sticker should be selling for more. No. Moving on to this, the only 2 Lewandowskis I have right now in my collection, and again, this is me being totally open with you, is the Chrome Gold PSA 9, actually the cards you are seeing on the screen, and the treble SCC 9.5. Why I have those 2? Well, first of all, I collect those 2 sets, and I'm a collector first. And Lev have been one of my favorite players in the last 10 years, no doubt about that. His times at Bayern, amazing. But I connect my memories the most, again, with his time at Bayern Munich. Lewandowski appears in 2 sets that I actually love, that I actually collect. I can buy cards with strong rarity, even if fake rarity, manufacturer rarity, with Bayern in sets that I believe are potential historic. I had a lot of rookies for him in the past, at least I remember at one point having in my home 3 and 2 upgrading, so at least I had 5. I'm not even sure if I didn't add more at one point in specific. I still like them, and I may enter the Lewandowski rookie market in the future again, but for now I'm out. Why? I do not trust grading companies at all to spot fakes, and apart from that, we are in a discovery phase. And this logic applies to pre-modern in general, and me not having the sense of rarity for Lewandowski rookie scares me a bit. Cards from Poland, at one point I thought they are really rare, but more started appearing, and I started questioning that. Again, I'm being totally open with you. I love rookies for Messi and Ronaldo, but much less for Lewandowski, if that makes sense. Andre, but in terms of pop, the Lewandowski rookies are quite lower than the Cristiano Ronaldo or the Messi ones. Yes, but the greatness is also quite different, and like I was explaining, this is such a complex topic that every case will be a case. Messi and Ronaldo, is a different conversation, to be open with you. Greatness is very, very different. I can see people forgetting about Lewandowski in the long run, but not about Chrome and Prism or Treble. Sunset collecting, in my view, will be huge in the future. So this may sound a bit weird in the sense that, okay, so people forget Lewandowski, but we still collect Lewandowski in Chrome. Yes, because I actually believe things can... I really believe that can happen, in the sense that even Lewandowski, when I say forget about Lewandowski, it's a bit relative. No one will forget about a player that ended up winning Golden Boots. I know best player in the world, I believe, 2 times. I know not end up not winning the Ballon d'Or, but he's still a big player. Actually, give me a second, guys. Like I was saying, I totally believe that Lewandowski can become irrelevant over time. But for me, at least the path I see is more easy for me to see Lewandowski becoming irrelevant when it comes to collecting, of course, than Chrome 2017 or even Pioneer Treble. A lot of you guys will disagree with that, but I'm just sharing my point of view. Now, this is not close, okay? So you end up giving me an example that I'm actually not going with, since I was not finding a great camp for the orange Chrome. But this is for me an interesting example, since they actually sell quite close. A gold PSA 9 right now, I believe, is around 300, 400. A PSA 8/PSA 9 could be also around 300 to 500 for the rookie sticker you are seeing on the screen. But those graphs, they show a lot of what I'm talking about. So first of all, take a look at the graph for the Lewandowski rookie. I totally believe at this point there was a lot of fakes. You can see that the gem rate ended up also completely spiking all of the sudden, and I never understood this. How can this double? And PSA thought it was normal. I also saw some weird movements in other grading companies when it comes to Lewandowski. So not only PSA. Right now seems a bit more stable. But even this number getting to around 200 copies, scares me a bit. So I'm out. When you look at the Chrome Gold, I mean, these 12 copies, and you are paying the same for a card that, even in terms of connection, in terms of memories, I prefer his time at Bayern Munich, even though this is not a super important fundamental. No, not at all. But for me, it's something that matters. So I hope I'm being clear about that. And this will become more evident over time. I think a lot of players that are not Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Pelé, Maradona, maybe Kylian Mbappé will also enter that conversation. You will see key cards for them, even though Kylian Mbappé are not good examples because their key cards are already in modern. But a lot of players will see this become a reality. When a rookie is too common, or sometimes even if the rookie is a sticker, this will be automatic a down for a lot of collectors. I disagree with that, as you guys are aware, but a lot of collectors, they like cards, they don't like stickers. And if you look I was very critical about the red Chrome stuff going on eBay, a lot of shield bidding, but the reality is this card was 4K, a top sale in the eBay, assuming it was paid, was 3K. This is down 25%, but the market ended up changing quite a lot since the 4K to 3K. And this being down to 25%, I'm not saying this is great, but seems okay. You know what I mean? Now take a look at this. The top sale for this card was 80.7K. The last sale was 2.8K, which I think is crazy, by the way. I think these people are paying too much for this type of stuff at this point, and is 67% down. A lot of you guys may be in shock with my opinion right now, since I've been changing perspectives on this over time, but you have to adapt in the soccer card market, and I'm adapting. I would not buy any of the cards you are seeing on the screen, to be totally open. I have the gold, and I think 300 for the gold is a much better value than 3K for the red in a PSA 8, but that's me, again. So, interesting topic, no doubt about that. Very complex one at the end of the day, but every case will be a case. Actually, I will bring another example. Modric... The rookie market for Modric is very particular, is quite more rare, or at least seems quite more rare than the Lewandowski one. But I also, some people, for example, may consider 2008 Euro cards for Modric rookie cards. And nothing wrong with that. I think those are tremendous cards to collect if you like Modric. But don't pay stupid amount of money for PSA 10s on those cards. If you want to pay a lot of money for Modric, and again I was very critical of Modric 1 week ago, go for the Prism, go for the Chrome, go for the Treble, go for other key set that you believe had long-term potential. Because again, he's another player, in terms of greatness he's probably ahead of Lewandowski at this point, but he's another player that in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, you guys may tell me, yeah, I'm not in the market anymore at that point, and that's fine. But you may also want to leave your collection for your kids or something, so having this in consideration, I believe, is always important, but could be forgotten. And this may shock people, but it is what I believe about all of those players that are not Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi. So, interesting topic. Every case will be a case. For Lewandowski, I actually prefer what you call cool inserts / red cards. Question number 2. And that's everything for today, my friends. I really hope you end up enjoying this video. If that's the case, and I know I'm annoying with this, but do not forget to leave a like, helps tremendous. Also subscribe to the channel, take a look at all the links I leave below the video. I tend to leave surprises there, or even scan the QR code you are seeing on the screen. Bye.